Welcome back to Sew Grow and Cook. Today I'm going to go in search of some wild garlic and nettles so that I can make a risotto.
Oh, nettles. We all love nettles. We've all had our experience of standing in them as children and rubbing up against them while we're gardening. But they have their uses too. They're absolutely crucial for the larvae of butterflies to feed on, tortoiseshell butterflies and red admirals. And for us, we can eat the leaves when they're young and tender. They're very nutritious, probably as nutritious as spinach, if not more. But when you pick them, it's imperative that you wear gloves, and you'll probably have to pour boiling water on the nettles in order to unsting them before you can actually handle them. Now, if you're lucky enough to have wild garlic growing near you, you'll know that you've got it when you walk through it and bruise the leaves, and it absolutely reeks of garlic. But all bits of the plant are edible: the stems, the leaves, the flowers, the roots. Just make sure you know for a fact that that's what you're picking before you use it. I'm taking a little bit from each cluster of plant I've found here. I want to make sure that the plants continue to grow and thrive. They like shady, wet areas. They often grow near the riverside. Now I'm going to add a little bit of fresh garden mint, which is growing a bit rampantly near my polytunnel. I like adding mint to nettle and garlic risotto because it just kind of lifts the flavor a bit. Smells absolutely wonderful. I love this time of year, all this foraging of fresh green plants. Okay, we've got our ingredients ready to make our risotto. We've got 100 grams of washed, chopped wild garlic. You can put the stems, the leaves, any bits that you've got, even the flowers will do. But at the stage that I've picked these, we've really only got leaves and stems. Next, we've got 100 grams of washed and wilted and chopped nettles. Now, I poured boiling water on the nettles, and that takes the sting out of them so you can handle them and chop them without fear of getting stung. We've got 1 medium chopped onion, 220 grams of arborio rice, some chopped fresh mint, which we're going to use at the end just for garnish and to add a nice fresh taste. I mean, that is optional if you don't like mint. You could substitute that with parsley if you preferred, or chives, or nothing at all. We've got some olive oil to saute our vegetables in. And we've got 500 mils of vegetable stock. Right, let's get started. Now it's time to cook your onions into your hot oil. Stir the onions until they're translucent. It'll take a couple of minutes. And now you're going to add your arborio rice and stir it into the onions and oil. Cook it slowly and gently. You want to cook the rice at this stage in the oil and coat it so that it doesn't stick. Now you want to add about 1/3 of your vegetable stock to the mixture. Stir very slowly. Let the rice slowly absorb the liquid. We do everything really slowly with risotto, especially at the beginning. You don't want to rush anything, and keep your heat low. Now you're going to add more of the liquid. And it's time to add your wild garlic. Now the heat from the liquid and the cooking rice and onions is going to help wilt and help the garlic infuse into the risotto. You want to do this gently. Again, keep your heat on your cooker quite low. Give it a good stir. Finally, you want to add your wilted chopped nettles. Those have been pre-cooked already, so they can go in this little bit later into the process. Give everything a really good stir. Add the rest of your vegetable stock. At this stage, if you want, you can adjust the seasonings. I've used a low sodium stock cube, so I think it needs a little bit more salt and pepper. I wouldn't normally use a low sodium stock cube, I just happen to have that on hand and I had run out of the ordinary sort. So if you use a regular salt, you may not need to add any salt. Stir it well and cover and cook for 15 to 20 minutes. Now this looks ready. I'm going to stir in the chopped fresh mint. Wow. I wish you could smell this. It's amazing. Such fresh smells. Absolutely delicious. I've added a little bit of grated Parmigiano cheese to this, but if you want to keep it strictly vegan, then maybe some nutritional yeast flakes or go without. It's absolutely delicious on its own. It really doesn't need much of anything else, except maybe a glass of wine, which I haven't yet poured. But this really is a lovely, fresh spring tonic of a risotto, which I think you should try if you can find the ingredients. Nettles are out there, wild garlic if you're lucky to have it growing. Give it a go. And if you like what you've seen, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the little bell icon so you can be notified when I've made a new video. Thank you very much for watching.